here that I can't get right. Gotta swear it's missing pieces like a choke. I guess you can come over if you really try, but I'm not really trying to go out tonight. It's been a really shitty day. I'd rather take some time and just pound something down by myself and I'm lighter, less relying on the snow for light. But I don't really care, these are my favorite nights when I can sit on my ass and respond no. I guess you can come over if you're really dry, but I'm not really trying to go out tonight. No, with my clammy fingers grabbing every crumb that I find, I can sit.
In flames of death's eternal rain, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness is falling down and the times are tough for right, the sound of evil laughter falls around the world tonight. Fighting hard, fighting on for the steel, through the wastelands evermore. The scattered souls will feel the hell bodies wasted on the shores. On the blackest waves in hell's domain, we watch them as they go. In fire and pain, I
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Rejoice, rejoice, God's ears are stitches. Oh, rejoice, his eyes are big axes. Oh, rejoice, his arms are burning witches. Oh, rejoice, his hands perform hexes. Rejoice despite the
Oh, damn.
darkness will hurt.
That is an that means that's good, Jared. Good quality. Okay, we can't be listening to crazy Jared's conspiracy theories anymore and his flaming guitar hypothesis of why 9/11 was an inside job. We could always listen to Jared's crazy crackpot theories later, but for now I gotta read this. Okay. July 10th, 1:40 p.m. Ooh, this window. Damn. Loud cars. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. God, Trucy, I hate you. He's all like, wow! Apollo, I can't believe it! It really happened during the second act? And right in the middle of Lemure's performance? Why, she was in that air vent. And that switch in the flaming guitar. Y'all link it together? That's what you end up with. This guy, I think, is the Darian. And he's like, hey, I knew you had what it took. Oh no, that's me. Phoenix Wright. Ugh. Okay, so I was actually thinking about this, and the reason I hate the, like, Trucy daddy thing is because it gives you, like, weird sexual groomer guy, like, adopting some teenage girl and, like, calling them daddy and stuff. It's gross. It's like some gross thing I hate. Anywho, I hate it. I want you all to know I hate because it makes Phoenix Wright look weird. Why would you have someone other kid call you daddy and crap, and then like be all freaking weird and be like 7 years older than them? It's weird. Anywho, it's a weird concept and it's a weird thing to put into a game. Anywho, back to being Trucy. Wow, daddy, wow! Right? And it's like, Mr. Wright, you believed in me. And then it's me talking to me, so this is gonna get confusing because it's gonna sound like the regular voice. Not really. Huh? I just thought that I'd make a cooler entrance than saying hiya. Why do I even bother hoping? Where have you been lately, daddy? Ugh, every time they say it, it just like pierces my heart. You haven't been coming to the office at all. Sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission, doing shady crap with other kids that I get them to call me daddy. Secret? You mean like you're undercover? Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter and not as well dressed. No, what if you're shot too, daddy? God. Ha 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 ha. Would I do a thing like that to you? Like, what does this even mean? Anyways, I'm off for a while again. Huh? You're leaving? Oh. One more thing before I go. What? Good luck. It's weird how they made, like, the protagonist that everyone liked, like, this weird pedophile guy now. Sucks. It's like, right. Yeah. Is that all you came to say? I think you got pretty much under control. You'll get Machitobe off the hook, no doubt. Yeah, but you're after that detective, aren't you? Darian Crescend. It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system. What? Current court system? What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption. Namely, that our Diva Divine is telling the truth. But what about all that proof? The brooch, or the brooch, and the switch? Piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder. There's plenty of ways to explain these things. The flaming guitar, too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. But if a sultry songstress is lying, your case melts like butter in a frying pan, leaving behind the faintly singing scent of failure. So, what do I do? Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Impossible. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you, our little detective friend here. Detective Sky. Emma. Let's see. The bag of snacks here was meant for me. Ah, here it is. What are those, Daddy? Ugh. They don't look like very good snacking materials. They were found at the scene. Analysis of the fragment reveals traces of gunpowder and what have you. Gunpowder? Yes. Probably a firecracker or something along similar. Like the ones kids are into these days, you know, with the fireworks that kids are into. Anyways, these fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually. Under the sofa, you say? Hey, Apollo! That's where we found the little device thingy! Right! This. Well, finally, some evidence that makes goddamn sense. Burnt out fragments added to the court file. Well, that's all for me, I suppose. See you after the verdict, maybe. Right. Every man has an igniter inside him. What? Excuse me? Find Darian Krishan's igniter and set it off. Oh, good, that's it? And he walked off the door, just like that. Just like a magician. Freaking normally. Yeah, what does he want us to do? No conventional method? What does that mean? I guess we have to take his advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. Well, we're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. Even though I hate your guts and I hope you get ran over or something. God, I hate Trucy. God, she's the worst. Same time, both 30 minutes later.
Court is back into session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crescent?
The witness lounge ready to be called at any time?
Very well.
Might I add, I don't believe any of this. He, Darian, was the first detective I ever worked with. We stopped working together when we moved to Criminal Affair Division 3, so... but the guitar playing, it fires my imagination. That's nice, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Correct? Oh, I know, air forehead.
Very well. Call the final witness to the stand. Detective Darian Crescent.
I like Darian Crescent because I can do his voice, because it's just me going, hey. Name and occupation, please? Darian Crescent, Detective Criminals Affair Division 3. That's the International Affair Division, for those of you who don't know, kid. I'm a cool guy, and I'm a guitarist for the Gabineers. Maybe you heard of us.
Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today?
Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. You gave me your word that I wouldn't be standing here. Oh, situations has changed, Darian. Don't call me partner. So much of old friends. That's what you're doing, Darian. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial.
Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Lemieux's testimony. If, in fact, you have anything to say about it.
Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Bulgaria. Whatever you're from, Mr. Justice. Heh. Conventional methods are not the window, huh? Here goes nothing. Darian's rebuttal. The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. It's in the first place, she's never heard my voice. She forgot the word because she heard gunshots? As if. Psh, Detective Emma Sky heard the gunshots during the act set anyways. The shooting took place when I was on the stage, man.
So you claim Lemieux's testimony was a lie?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing. Trying to protect that kid. She's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand because she's blind. You go too far, Darian. Look, all I'm saying is, you got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective?
Detective Sky, I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
Didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. Can't do anything with Lemieux's testimony alone. find another way to prove how the shooting took place. Okay. So. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. Leave it line. Blah, blah, blah. She forgot a word because she got blah, blah. Da-da-da-da-da. Shooting took place when I was on stage, man. I have an idea. That involves me scum saving and then presenting this. Yeah? Let me think. Didn't detect that blah blah blah. I'm gonna be like, man, say man. Some things found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial.
What things?
The first thing was this small device. Oh, that is a remote triggered igniter. Correct. And one more thing.
What are these? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope.
Ooh, traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have the reports that it was something like a firecracker. Hey, how did Gavin know about this? What? You think Detective Sky works for you? I received a report this morning before coming here. That's when I made the decision, actually.
What decision is this? Prosecutor Gavin.
So, I registered Darian as the witness in today's trial, just in case. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the trial set could have been two firecrackers triggered to go off by remote control. Heh, you got an active imagination, don't you? But you couldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seemed a little too convenient for me. How so? You're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off right when the two witnesses came walking by. Heh. Ooh, that's right. Darian was on the stage when it happened, Apollo. Oh, doing Trucy's voice is so funny. Because it's like, just screeching. Ugh. Damn Trucy. How would he know? Someone was backstage right then. If the firecracker goes off in the forest, there's no one there to hear. You get my drift? Why go through the trouble, man? How do I explain this? He may not look it, but Darian is gifted detective. Show him any weakness and he's sure to find it. Ooh, he may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man. That reminds me. I happened to pass through the very hallway several times that day myself. And I see something's odd there just before the sunset. Something odd? Not even? A headset a kind of all the abandoned staff members were wearing. That's right. We picked this up in the front of the door in the dressing room. What if the headset wasn't dropped but placed? And what if it was turned on? You could hear what's going on in the hallway. Even if you're on stage. My god. Fit. Whose side are you on, Gavin? Listen to me, Darian. There are no sides in this court of law. Which is why I now turn you to Air Forehead. I have a question for you. For me? Oh yeah, the igniter fragment that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly possible they were part of a ruse to fake the sound of a gunshot. Throwing the headset from the hallway into the mix, and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're all still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake. We can't say. You raise the possibility that the shots heard during the sunset were faked. Now, you need to prove the other half of the case. The other half? Look, I'll just tell him. He wants to prove that things went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. Is that right, Gavin? Yeah, if you can't prove that. Then to continue the cross-examination would be pointless.
Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second act?
Yeah, I think. You better know Apollo, otherwise it's through. Okay, listen. It can be proven. Oh, you make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you.
Hey, let's continue the cross-examination then, shall we? What is your testimony, if you would?
This isn't gonna be easy. I need some decisive proof. Fast. Heh, you ready, kid? Cause I am. The shooting took place during the second set, see? If you're so sure, show me some proof, see? Oh, I'll show you some proof. Ooh, I can't wait to show you proof. Oh, if I could find the proof. Is evidence included? I don't think it does. Okay, what is the proof? If I was proof, what would I be? Okay, the killing happened during the second set. What would be evidence? Shooting took place during the second set. If you're so sure, let's see your proof. Okay, if I had proof, where would I be? Burnt fragments again? No. Lyrics? Somehow? The gun itself? The sounding board? It seems there's clear proof left behind. Right here in Lemur's song. Song?
What exactly is this device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps?
Oh, this guy's on fire. He's so funny. Because he's old, right? Like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Look. You know what? I'm gonna keep this on standby. Anywho. Come on, we just use this. And don't get me started on gramophone. This device is used to record the performance part by part. Ha! You move the slide to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lemur's voice included.
Oh, but what does this prove?
According to Lemur's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words of her song. Ha! You intend to examine the recording at the moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots. Exactly. Heh, ridiculous. How are you supposed to hear a gunshot back in that dressing room out on the stage? Have you forgotten, Darian? We were all wearing these headsets. Ooh. We were all deeply involved in our performance, but Lemur's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same.
Let's get this analyzed and recording. Right now.
Lemur stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find the spot, and I'll figure the gunshots. I think it... Where would... Where gunshot? What looks like two gunshots? Something around here. It'll be like bang bang. What looks like gunshots? Okay. See, number 2 hasn't done anything in a while. I think I have to watch number 2. That's the one. Hey! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, listen to this part.
What's this? I hear nothing. What is it possible?
Wait, whoa. I can just pick them? I'm gonna say 4. Ha ha ha! I can do all of them, sucker! Your Honor, listen to this part closer to this part. This track with Lemur's vocals. Nothing like scum saving. Most entertaining 14 months of his life. Oh, if these weren't empty, it would be like Austin, and I could smash them together and be like, ah. But alas, you know, I do have another one.
Why, it sounded like a gunshot.
I hate scum saving. Christian. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you hate scum saving. You know who doesn't? Me, the Dan.
Why, it sounded just like a gunshot.
Oh no, Darian said, what? This has to be some kind of mistake. Oh, I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set, which means Lemur's testimony was true. Yarr.
Order. So, she was telling the truth about what she heard.
When she was all like, ooh, it was nothing other man speaking, not Mr. Latouche.
Well, what did you say?
It's over, press the switch now. Just after that, there was a gunshot. And then the guitar just caught on fire. Oh, Detective Crescend, you weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it?
Hey, why did he only hear one gunshot on the recording? Were 2 bullets fired upon from this weapon?
Lemure was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot, but then she passed over the dressing room. Gun fired again, and Mr. Latouche's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescend? Once again, I am reminded of something. Ooh, our performance that day.
Your performance?
Oh, seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You was hair forehead. And I was all like, what is it today? Problem after problem, I chuck. My hog won't start, my guitar case is busted. My guitar's been burned to a crisp, and on top of it, someone's dead. Oh, and then there was just a performance just now. Wow, what was that all? What was that all about? This part is all off. Oh, which is that? Second guitar, of course. Oh, it was you, Darian. I thought it was strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple coup? Oh, I know you. I know how you play. You're better than that. Yeah, well,
You what, Prosecutor Gavin? What are you getting at?
Oh, I'm talking about the murder weapon, Mr. Latouche's 45 caliber hand cannon, yeah. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver of that size. The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur. Wait, you mean his playing is affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver? Heh, you're forgetting something. Yeah?
Oh, yes, Detective Crescend.
I'm a trained police officer. You know, I've had firearm training, plenty of it. I'm no amateur. Oh, the standard firearm you shoot a police officer is a 38 caliber weapon. A much tamer beast. Also, similar to weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Latus. Which suggests there was a struggle between the killer and the victim.
So, the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. That's what you mean.
Oh, the thought had occurred to me, yeah.
Well, does the witness have anything to say to this? Detective Crescent!
What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves rolled up already for action has to say. Hey, you, attorney. Me? Exactly which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little nose on that tape that could be anything. And have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a .45 caliber kickback. I weep for the case, Gavin, I really do. You can line your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager, and that's the obvious truth.
The witness has a point. The defendant's argument, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Crescent. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it.
So he was innocent. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. That's why a diva's first trip to the country, right? How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him?
Great. A simple reason indeed. Prosecutor Gavin, is the case of Mr. Latus had not been in our country before.
Oh, according to our records, yeah. Not even once?
I see. Very well. Mr. Jesse, you may begin your cross-examination.
Great. Now I need to find a motive. I know what the motive is. It involves me scum saving. I know why. Why would I even want to do it? I'm just a normal, regular, everyday cop guy who's, like, not a murderer or something. Oh? Where is it? Oh, it's not this one. I know it's one of them. I know who you are. Damn it. This was the diva's first trip to the country, right? How could I possibly know her manager? Where egg? Your Honor, you look at this first try. Your Honor, quick, take a look at this.
What's this? Looks like candy.
You truly stopped playing this game, eh? My God. just hating the scum saving. I just imagine you over there just seething. That's not in spirit of the game. I bet you're like kind of the guys that were like, man, or it's like boxing isn't real because they're wearing boxing gloves. So it's like, you need to use bare knuckles. You need to have the game with purpose, man. Screw all that. I scum save like crazy.
What's this? It looks like a candy.
Ah, it's not. Don't lick it, please. Detective Crescent, ever seen this? What? That's not the same. Exactly the same. Like, I guess a Puritan bare-knuckle boxer like you. See, like, I say scum saving is like fighting with boxing gloves. Even though it's not a really good parallel. What I'm trying to say is, I'm just weakening your argument by strawmanning a different vague argument that kind of parallels it. Speaking of which, you should get some energy drinks in your body. Looks like a piece of candy. What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it. Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings.
A cocoon? Never seen that color.
It is a variety found on the Republic of Bulgaria. Nowhere else.
Alright, but what is this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with the motive for killing Mr. Latouche, does it?
It does. Wait. I think it does. You don't sound so confident, man.
Cocoon? Is it one of those silky cocoons? The kind that you can make, well, silk out of?
Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative.
Curative? For what?
Apparently it is the most efficacious at treating a disease thought incurable. It is only medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one of these healing cocoons out of Bulgaria.
Whatever for? If it's such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. We looked into matters something of lengths. Apparently, it isn't difficult at all to manufacture a remedy from the cocoon. Yet, if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. A deadly poison, in fact.
What?
Hunja, there was an incident several years ago where some of these got out in the black market, and then they got all filthy. It caused quite a commotion in the global community, yeah. So, the media was kept largely unaware because the black market doesn't have media.
Intriguing.
Oh yeah, all this had to lead to a strict ban on the cocoon's exports, though, yeah. I wouldn't call flailing your arms wildly boxing with or without gloves. I wouldn't call it entertainment, not like wrestling, just true art. One rigidly enforced by Interpol among others.
Interpol?
Right. The victim, Romain Latouche, was an Interpol agent. Detective Crescent, you insist on referring to call him manager? But that's misleading. Romain Latouche wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent. So I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country? That's what you're trying to say? I'm saying that could well be a motive for murder. Oh, so I was going to sell it on the black market, make myself a pretty penny. Ridiculous. I mean, totally unthinkable. Unthinkable, you say? Why?
Perhaps it's time for another testimony about the smuggling of the cocoons business.
International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them. Can't sell them on the black market? Too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Man, I'm in international affairs. I know the deal. It's beauty incarnate. It's interesting. It's like there's like many like kind of like thoughts you can have on what beauty truly is. And I suppose that having a perfectly encapsulated medium in which can depict any literary movie or any sort of art and then also encapsulate it in this umbrella term is a pretty interesting tool for storytelling and teaching, and thus changing the zeitgeist of trailer parks everywhere. Anywho.
Indeed. Interpol warned these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Latouche undercover.
Heh, you kids think up the craziest things, but no way I'm gonna risk my life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money.
Not the most noble of statements, but duly noted.
What is Christian here? Yeah. According to the reports, these cocoons tops the Interpol's list. Selling them as an underground organization would be risky.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
This is the only motive I've got. He was up to something, and I'm gonna find out what. I'm gonna start using I'm gonna start using wrestling to teach literary terms. Honestly, having the term kayfabe at your disposal to explain something is brilliant, because you can be like, oh, that's just kayfabe joking us, right? Because in reality, like, Christian is this giant, hulking monster, terrifyingly huge, imposing troll living under a bridge like monster. But in kayfabe, Christian is like the smallest, petitest, tiny fairy girl man. So, see, understanding kayfabe makes that statement way more coherent. Anywho. Cocoon smuggling. Let me scum save real quick. Let's see what, let me read what Jared would say. If I was to be Jared's voice. Hey, I'm Jared. See? He's like, oh, boxing gloves are a safety measure, but you'll still actually, if you try. I'm not gonna read from far. Okay, boxing gloves are a safety measure, but you still have to try. If you say, but you still try to think your case through and not abuse a safety net, it would be more interesting to spectate. All you're saying is true. Interesting to spectate? Damn, okay. Whoa, hold the phone there, buckaroo. That memo. How did you know about the cocoons? Nice one. I'm running scared now. You had to know about the cocoons to plan this.
Just how well are known are these cocoons? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I've never heard of them.
I love the kayfabe. Kayfabe Christian versus un-kayfabe. Like, understanding kayfabe allows to understand works and then shoots. You know? You'd be like, whoa, do you think the Montreal Screwjob was a shoot or a work? Right? Like these terms are good to know. That you can use in real life by inferring from wrestling. Because wrestling is the ideal universe of, like, true humanity wants, really. They think that's amazing. But, like, it's like kayfabe, therefore, kind of is like a universe in itself that we can project our universe on. Ooh, Dark Side of the Ring Season 3? Goodness, we should watch it together on stream. Anywho, we can't be getting all fired up about wrestling. I gotta keep reading. Well, Amir knew about them, though not their use. How my reports indicate that there was an ongoing effort to control the information about the cocoons. Most people only know they're illegal to export, that's all.
Well then, I've nothing to embarrass about. After all,
You could say people like me who know about them are the minority, yeah? But that includes everyone in international affairs, man. And everyone in Interpol, too, for that matter. Yeah. Ugh. I hate it. Everyone's all hot and bothered about it. So, there are other Interpol agents like Mr. Latouche. All over the world, likely deep undercover, most of them. That's why these cocoons are too hot for the black market. You don't want Interpol sniffing through your wares. Most came to the conclusion that can't sell them on the black market, too dangerous. I think it's gonna be with the judge's son. Can't sell them on the black market, eh? Dangerous. Yeah, Interpol finds you, they arrest you on the spot. Or another marketeer might think you're part of a sting and take you out himself. Times changed. I want to say... Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would. How close are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they find out I was a cop, I could kiss my keister goodbye. Why sell the black market buyer? How about someone like this?
That's article. That's what the Chief Justice is.
A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon, but so can a cure. And not a cure for just any old disease. This is the cure for incuriasis, the most incurable of the incurable.
Incuriasis? I've heard of that somewhere.
You went to visit the victim of the disease this morning.
Aha! Why, that's a disease the Chief Justice's son has. So, you got to say.
Our witness is a detective. He would have a contact with the Chief Justice.
Are you saying the Chief Justice would never deal in contraband?
Not even to save his own son's life?
But even if the deal went wrong, why it'd be an international scandal?
That's Detective Christian's insurance. If word ever got out, the one that would that would fall would be the Chief Justice.
Detective Cachet, is this true?
First I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pin on me, anyways?
Distasteful, as it is to think about. If the Chief Justice were the buyer, why a seller couldn't hope a better deal. A very cowardly seller.
Don't let sleeves over there trick you. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice. Where's your proof? Well, oh yeah, you're forgetting one other important thing. Do tell. Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching this. Organian Customs barely sleeps. They're so worried about cocoons getting out.
So we were informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination.
Very thorough. Everything and everyone gets checked. Whoa. Just how strict is the customs check? Way strict. They keep planes on the ground for hours. Whew, I do really call it being a bit extreme. Sarah even confiscating drums, drops, and marshmallows.
Yes, it is hard. Would be hard to distinguish them.
That's right. Gavin was in the Borgania, wasn't he? Uncha, I remember setting off some metal detector several times. I had to practically slip naked and walk through. Here's a travel tip for you, Gavin. Leave your bling at the home, you glimmerous fop. Whoa! Cocoons that should get you arrested on the spot and sentenced to death. If there's another way to get cocoon, hey man, if there's a way to get a cocoon, I'm sure. Let's go back and just press this real quick. Whoa, what do you mean? That's pretty extreme. Gania has a rep as an idyllic, laid-back place. Truth is, they're beyond hardcore with security. So the Republic of Organgsia is a peaceful, pleasant country. So this level of security shows us how truly concerned they are about these cocoons. That's the sitch. You're in a position to know quite a bit about smuggling. Yeah, I know a bit for work, sure. But we all got reports on the failed smuggling ops. Not exactly something you want to get copying. But if you want, I can tell you a few of them. Maybe you'll succeed and get rich.
I would be interested in hearing, purely from a legal perspective, of course.
I weep for our judicial system. A replica has to be the key to his motive. There's got to be a way to find out what he's up to. What evidence do I got? I used the newspaper. So we gotta get him knowing. Oh! I know what it is. It is the guitar. Because the guitar was wrapped up. So it was in the guitar. International Affairs got a memo about him. Hot and bothered. Organian Customs everywhere. Checked everything. This is it. I'm certain. If I press the guitar here, I should be right. Actually, there is one way. What? One way to get something out of the country. No checks.
What is it?
You became a prosecutor.
Prosecutor?
Oh, I don't believe it! Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office again? Jeez, what was that again? You said something along the lines of, oh, it is a beautiful instrument. It played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lemure. And then Trucy was all freaking like, how did it end up here? And then you were all like, ooh, I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night. And she made a present for me. And then Trucy was all like, oh, so the guitar's from Borgania? And then he was all like, oh, yeah, that is it? We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in the air pressure and humidity ruins the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lemure's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. She brought it right to my office for me. Oh, pristine and untouched. Yeah, did you get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched. And yeah, quite. The guitar is wrapped in several sheets of vacuum packed in Borgani. The package was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that the guitar was... With cocoons this small, it could very well be to use your guitar as a mule to smuggle the cocoon out of Borgania.
What?
Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, the guitar had some work done on it recently.
Work?
Und ja, good memory, Airforehead. Oh, well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front. It is called a sound hole. Well, actually, it's something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. The broken device! And yeah, this, in fact...
An igniter?
Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if this igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached on the inside of your guitar? You mean... Oh, he means this, of course.
Oh!
There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. They could use picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule. And who better do that than someone with accents? Like a member of his band! You...
So, the igniter.
Oh, it was placed for the clear reason, it seemed. It was a safety precaution.
A precaution?
Huh, Herr Forehead? At least it all comes together. Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lemieux's ballad, if you will. Und ja. First, my keys were stolen in a harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock in the guitar case. The keys are stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar.
I see.
But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping that guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about that, this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler.
What's that?
Mr. Latouche.
Oh!
Und ja, Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was on to something. He would have known about the guitar. He only had to check the shipping records. So, Mr. Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon was confiscated, then the gig would be up. The only thing left to do was the smuggler to do was get rid of the whole lot. It's over. Switch. Press now. The guitar burst into flames, and the cocoon lost. And then, Mr. Latouche dead? Oh, with Lemieux there to witness it? There's your case. Brilliant, man.
Detective Cushin.
I gotta know. You make all that up on the fly? Oh, for a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Darian. Heh, Public of Borgania. Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there. True, you haven't. Heh, let's see what make-up story for this, kid. How'd I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh? It's not so hard to imagine. You had help in Borgania, an accomplice. That's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice in the mirror heard to prove it. It's over. Press the switch. Now. You made this transmission from backstage. Oh, well, your court conspirator was on stage?
But who was it?
This is it. The coup de grace. And for once, I know what I'm doing. There was only one person who could have helped.
Brr. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned. With great accusation comes great responsibility. Make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you will be harshly penalized. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was the smuggler's accomplice?
Why it was... No! My scum saving has backfired on me! Well, looks like I got a speed run. Oh yeah, oh I'm a kid. Yeah, well, Oh, I hate when this comes and gets me. Oh, I have to speedrun. This is actually technically the fastest way to beat this game. This is technically how you do it. This is actually the optimal strategy. Like, I am so far back. Oh my god. My god. Okay, at least let's scum save a little closer. Just in case. Okay. Ah, I can't believe how far back I am. God. God! Come on. Let me scum save. Scoop. Oop. I'm not that far back now because I scum saved so many times to make sure. Oh my god! I can't believe how far back we are. Okay, it's my time. This is it. Perfect.
But be warned, big penalty.
It was little blind boy Matchy. There's only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice. And that person is defendant, Matchy Tobe.
But Mr. Justice, he's your client.
Defense accusing his own client, that's a new one. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I'm here to defend him in a murder of Mr. Latouche. And I stand by my statement earlier that he's innocent of the particular crime.
Indeed, the defendant is Borganian. Does meet the basic requirement to be the accomplice. But what if in fact it was Lemure?
Couldn't have been, she's freaking blinded.
Well, you seem sure of yourself.
The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor.
Electronic signals?
Recall that the remote only works in a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless.
Yes, this is true.
Now, think back to the testimony. When the shooter made his transmission, Lemure was in the air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram again. So, see this area here and the remote could reach from the air vent?
Well, looking at this, seems that Lemure could have done the deed.
No. When the shooter made the transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and Lemure stood in where they were. They were on the tower, which happened to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lemure's position in the air vent.
Ah!
Well, Detective Christian, what do you say to that? Your Honor?
Yes, Detective?
Could we see that video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time.
Well, I don't see why not.
What? Don't tell me he has a way out of this. Oh yeah, pleasure. But a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me. And now through air I fly. I can't believe it. Too bad, so sad, punk. Punk? First you were sleeves, then kid, and now punk? You're losing rank fast, Apollo.
What exactly are we supposed to see in the video?
Cool. So problem isn't in what we see, correct, Guardian? Right, it's what you hear. We are musicians, after all. Care to explain for us non-musicians? Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered a Wii pianist to set off that igniter. That right? Yeah. Well, in order to do that, you have to press a switch. Am I right? Okay. Well, it takes another listen. Pay attention to the piano. Piano?
What seems to be a problem there? The piano sounded just fine.
That's the problem, man. You still don't get it? Ah. Yeah, how's he supposed to hit the switch if he's playing? You got Miss Diva and the guitar and the bass and the piano and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the diva. Lemure! But according to you, she couldn't have been an accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out if they couldn't even press the switch. He just had it in the piano. It was easy. They love showing us this. piano plays non-stop. You couldn't have pressed a switch.
Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does not seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire.
Well, it's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes. Paula, were you wrong? I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just... Ha! Strange. What's strange? No, it's just... Something's odd about the performance here. Odd?
Mr. Justice, if Machitobe didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is.
But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice. Heh, you got facts wrong, man. Here's some facts for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire, but the piano didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes.
Mr. Justice, let your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Machitobe an accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you said here. Give it some thought.
So Paulo, if Machi's not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined. Yeah, I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch. Well, you better find a way to prove it. Ugh. What do I do? Yeah, there's a... there has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd. Something odd. Wait a sec. What's it? What? You thought of something. What's Gavin just saying right now? Kunja, strange. What's strange? Oh no, just something odd about that performance there. Not much to go on. That's all I got. What exactly did he hear that was odd?
Have you come up with something, Mr. Justice? May I remind you that everything rests on this? Can you prove Machitobe pressed the switch? Let's hear your final answer. Can you do it? Can you prove it? Can you?
I can prove it. I don't know if you could call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible. Oh, yeah, as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to show us the evidence supporting this. Air forehead, you're sure about this? Heh, accept it. There's no evidence, man.
Let's see your evidence, Mr. Justice. On what base do you claim the defendant pressed the switch?
Okay, let me think. Well, on what base your claim that the defendant pressed the switch? Bam. Is it this? The bases that claim the defendant pressed the switch. What does it say? I know this was found in the piano, right? Let me think out loud. On what base do you claim the defendant hit that switch? What is the basis of the claim? What's a sing fragment? I just want to know if it's something to do, but it's like firecrackers, I think. See? Burnt fragments. Let's see. So, you think this is some kind of firecracker? Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. Meh! Okay. Let us think. I thought there were shotgun shells that were, like, used, right? What is odd? What is odd? He's like, oh, yeah, that's odd. What do I have that could be odd? It can't possibly be the video again. I have an idea that involves going through every single one of them. Because I don't know. I'm sure blah blah blah. That doesn't help. If he pressed... Well, okay, what claim that he pressed the switch? So something to do with... You know what? It actually might be the guitar. No, it's not. What is it? Basis of the claim. Well, on what base do you claim that the defendant pressed the switch? Like, what the hell does that even mean? I am very confused because it doesn't make sense. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I should just take the hit. Oh no, then it would be terrible. On what base claims the defendant pressed the switch? I don't know. Identical Niter and Gaviniers. On what base did the defendant press the switch? That doesn't mean he pressed the switch. I thought if I showed him the tape, it would be like, oh, he's not in the freaking tape. Igniter? Okay. Surely it's not gun. Let's go. Nope. Brooch. Why do I call it brooch? It's brooch. Okay. Mixing board? I can't freaking believe it. It was mixing board? Again? How many times is mixing board? Basis of my claim is music, Your Honor.
Music? What about music?
Let's listen to the piano part. Around the time when the switch was to be pressed. Right before the guitar burst into flames.
I heard the piano being played.
But, doesn't it sound kind of simple?
Simple?
And yeah, I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Matchy could have played that part with one hand?
One hand?
You only need one hand to press that switch. He could play the piano with the other. What are you saying? Some kind of piano? He's some kind of piano savant? Actually no. What do you know? You can't play a part like that with one hand. Maybe. I don't even know what he's talking about here. Wait! Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy. Yeah, you got something? Mr. Wright, your father. He's a pianist. Could he? Dude, Daddy! He couldn't play a part like that. Even if he had 3 hands. So sorry, so sad for you. No, not really. Huh? It was just as easy way to prove it. There's always a hard way. Oh, no, there's always a hard way. Man, how are you gonna prove whether he played with 1 or 2 hands? You can't. I admit it will be rather difficult to prove, but it's highly likely he was playing with 1 hand. How do you know that? The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I bet he could tell by listening to a certain part of the song. No way.
Well, seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defendant was playing with 1 hand, right before the guitar bursts into flames.
So Matthew was definitely playing one-handed just before the part where the guitar caught fire. One section of the song proves it.
That's the section. I'm afraid I don't hear it. What you blah, 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 blah.
Wait, is this... Why no play? Huh. It's so quiet. Just Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you realized by now just what it is that sounded odd to you. Oh, I'm sure you realized it to yourself, forehead.
Realized what?
I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the part in question again, shall we? Pay particular attention to what a fleeting melody phrase. Man. How many times do I have to tell you to listen to the same thing? You're right. Enough of that. Let's listen to another section, shall we?
Another section?
The guitar bursts into flames at the end of the 2nd verse. Let's listen to the same spot, in the 1st verse. Pay attention to the "Oh, that night in your embrace."
Play verse 2 again.
There, you see it?
They feel the same. True. But they are clearly very different.
What? Well put, Your Honor. The phrase in verse 2 was quite simple. The phrase in verse 1 is high and low notes. You have to use 2 hands to play that for sure.
Ah! Yeah, what's proved?
I would have thought you would know that by now. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the 2 verses had different arrangements. Happens all the time. Oh, not this time, Madarian. There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had him play specifically so the piano would stay in the background. Oh. That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I ask myself? Now you ask yourself why Matchy changed how he how you play, and there's only one answer. He needed a free hand to switch. Press the switch. Ugh. No.
Water. I believe the tie is all in facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin.
Kuncha, well, yes, quite. So personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment. Hey. No comeback? Can't believe it. Finally did it. I shut him up.
Very well. Barring no objection from prosecution, I will now state the court's opinion on the matter.
Hey. Good show, Sleeves. No, great show. Not over? I don't like it when you look so happy. You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing. Oh, personally, I'm terribly disappointed. Didn't you have a forehead? Huh? Me? Kunchia, don't get me wrong, your case is solid. The facts are all checked out, but even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence. Yeah, but the facts are the facts. Anyone can see it was him.
Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case does not cut it.
But...
The 1,000 facts might point towards the same conclusion, but without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rules under the current legal system. I don't believe it. It does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present.
Huh, I thought if he did, we already would have seen it a long ways back.
It is unfortunate. But, at present, this court is unable to acknowledge the accusation.
There's gonna be like an objection. What? What? Right now. Where is it? Come on. Hold it or something. The truth is staring us right in the face. Why can't they see it? What's the point of the legal system that protects criminals? Paul, remember what Daddy said! He was all like, hey, it won't be easy proving you did it. Especially not under the current court system. So what do? Like I said, good luck. I'll be... and be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Every man has an igniter inside. Find Darian Crescent's igniter and send it off. Wonder what he meant by every man's igniter! I guess he meant his weak spot. That kind of thing, that single spark could turn a wildfire of emotion. I won't be able to press him further by conventional means. Gotta find a weak spot in the guy, something fatal. Heh, so, can I get back to work now or what? It may look like I got a lot of time in my hand, but I got no time to pretend with dead weight attorneys.
Well, Mr. Justice, come this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be coming back to the stand once we let him go.
Every man has his igniter. Huh? Didn't you say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, to Prosecutor Gavin? And yeah, good guitars are kept dry is why. Tap the fry's the best sound? Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. Your plan had an igniter in it too, Detective. It was there from the very beginning. What? Fight time, Justice. If you blow this one, he'll be out of your hands for good. Go for it, Apollo! Huh. What's igniter supposed to come? Burn me up? That's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney. Ha! Also better, I'm rather fond of poetry. And I intend to hear this one through to the very end. Yeah, forehead. You're accusing this man, Daddy, and consent of 2 crimes? The murder of Mr. Latus and the smuggling of the Bulgarian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove the case.
The trial has already ran long enough. Mr. Justice, this will be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud is the moment when the cross-examination ends. Understood?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Then let's have it. So what's the basis for these accusations against Darian Crescent?
Alright. This is really my last chance. The key that'll take him apart. Your igniter isn't a piece of evidence. What is it? It's true that I couldn't show decisive evidence, but perhaps what I need to prove my case was something else. Oh, you mean a witness? Proving his guilt is a tall order, but I'm just the person to do it all.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Who is the person you can prove Darian Crescent's guilt?
The one person who can prove Darian Crescent's guilt is the defendant, Matchy Tope.
Your client, again!
Machitobe was an accomplice of the cocoon smuggling plot. Without him, Darien Crescent could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he could easily prove that he was the one who plotted to smuggle that cocoon is the real criminal in this case.
How so?
It would require just one of the very cocoons Visitatus was looking for. With the cooperation of the Republic of Bargania, he could burn a cocoon. A burned cocoon could leave a particular residue. Residue we would no doubt find inside the burnt out guitar.
Aha, very scientific of you.
Thus, if Machitobe acknowledges his agreement with Darien Crescent concerning the attempt of smuggling Bargania and cocoon, case is solved. Darien's laughing again. Your unrelenting passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you? Too bad you'll never be able to. Why not? Little key tickler won't acknowledge anything, especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling.
What's this all about?
Talking a cocoon out of a country means death, or taking it out by Barganian law. Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not tough. But you're wrong, Detective Crescent. What? It's the other way around. If Machi doesn't admit to smuggling here, he is in deep trouble. Huh? How? Look, if Machi admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling a cocoon in our country. The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure the news has already reached Bargania. And they'll likely broadcast our dealings in our court today, including the part about the Barganian cocoon. Yeah, but if Machi doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by the Barganian police. And it's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not gonna find him guilty of murder here. Not now. Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me. Maybe the law doesn't allow it. But who's gonna think you're really innocent after hearing all that trial? Same goes for Machitobe. The cocoon smuggling? Your entire plan. Machitobe knows everything. There's only one way out of it for him. And that's to acknowledge his own crime of cocoon smuggling. Don't worry there. I'll get you out of this country. I'll set you up someplace, a hidden mansion, real nice. You want a house made out of cookies? Or no, a house made out of pianos? Come on. Please, don't take me! Or don't talk. Whew, Darien. I considered that my last session with you. We rocked. I'm guessing we could treat that outburst as a confession? Oh no, he's laughing at us! There's a kind of sick desperation in it now, though.
Right. Have you been listening to today's trial?
Yes!
Then you'll talk. You'll tell court everything.
I didn't want to turn out this way, but I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime. Wouldn't you? Today's trial was all up for your benefit, you know. I see no reason why you should hesitate now. From the beginning, I knew. Machi. Situation. I cannot explain, but money I need. Very much money, yeah.
Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definitive is the law is evidence. This is a golden rule, however.
Oh, it has become apparent that there is no things can be tried by the standard.
Should another case of this sort surface, we may have to consider an alternative system by which to administer justice. Anyways, Mr. Machitobe.
Yes.
I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our court. And with regards to the current changes of the murder trial of Mr. Latus, this court is prepared to announce the verdict.
Yeah, thank you. I only lie, but I see truth. You find truth.
Well, that's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Machitobe.
Wait for it. wrong. Yes, there is.
Find Matchy Tobe.
Not. What do you find him not? Quilted?
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Who's out?
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
July 10th, 4:42. After I won. I wonder what'll happen to Matchy. Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Bargania, so I hope he gets freaking killed in prison. I guess there'll be another trial here. All's well. Whose voice is this? All's well that ends well. Oh, it's me. Daddy! Ooh, I owe you both my things. Lemure! My, is something wrong? I'm sorry, Matchy was your... What? Matchy was your partner on the stage, your friend. Yes, I thought him of my own son. Even now I do, yet something's got a hold of him. Something evil, I see that. And I must pay for what he has done. Is that not how it should be? I'm still sorry for him. He's a kid. He's 14. Do not be sorry. You have given me courage. Courage? I'm considering an eye of operation. Ah, it was my suggestion, actually. You mean you'll be able to see again? Ooh, it's funny. I've always been afraid of the light. No, light seems so harsh, so unforgiving. According to the doctor, Lemure lost her sight due to some kind of accident. An accident? As you see, I'm suffering from amnesia. I feared that if I could see, perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I have been running from. I was scared. You know what changed her mind? Hearing your fenced-in court. She could feel your gaze unwavering, though looking straight at the truth. If the light returns to my eyes, I think I'll take up painting. Painting? That's right! She's a landscape painter and sound after all! I will paint the two of you, I promise! Woohoo! I can't wait, Lemure! I owe you my thanks too, Apollo. Ah, thanks, Mr. Right, but what? Remind me I need to hurry things along. On my secret mission, that is. Right, secret mission. Ooh, Apollo and Trucy, I hope that you meet again someday. You bet, me too! So, like a ballet, the trial flowed on and on until it came to an end. Thanks to that trial, Guitar Serenade was a huge hit. Garcia Gavin's even more dazzling to look at now. But there's something I wanted to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad, have them try to catch the killer at the end. Ugh. I hate Trucy. Like, she is actually my least favorite person I've ever seen in my life. Ooh, a new episode. Look at this. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. So. I think this will be a sneak peek into Turnabout Succession. So we're gonna see, and that was the whole truth of this case. Mason Systems. Whoa. Whoa. Heart rate. Dead. Matrix. Files. Computers. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these 7 long years. Gambling. The internet. Nothing happened by chance. All is connected. And now, we stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. Oh, this is the last one! Whoa, what the hell? Clown girl? Will the defendant be found guilty? The decision is yours. Next time on Dance Stream. But this time on Dance Stream, it is ended. So, thanks for showing up, fellers. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this case soon. Let me play some guitar for you a bit. Hit you with a little bit of... Yeah.